Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the Big Play Small Talk podcast. It's your boy, Jesse.
And it's Billy.
And today is October 7th, 2024. And I'm not going to lie, Bill, man, we got a lot of New York topics here, man.
So it's a Homer episode. It's a New York Homer episode.
Yeah, for those who don't know what the term Homer means, it means just a fan of your local sports team and you're biased specifically towards them. So I'm biased towards the Yankees. I'm a Yankee homer.
I'm biased towards the Mets, Eagles, Rangers, Knicks, NYCFC.
There you go. And Knicks, Rangers, Giants, New York Giants, football Giants, homer as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
let's get into it, Jess. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of. I mean, it's been big for New York teams this week. You know. I mean, let's talk with them. I want to talk about the Mets a little bit, right? Because, like you said, I'm a Yankees homer, right?
Yeah.
But I watch the Mets and I'm amazed by them. It's really crazy how no matter what, they fight back, they claw back. You can never really count them out. You know what I mean? Like, that has to bring you some kind of pride. Like, you watch them, there has to be like a little tear in your eye. You have to be proud to be a Met fan right now. I know sometimes you beat them up and you're down on yourself, but man, they are.
The pride is there when we win, not when we lose. Because we lose the same way. And when we win, it's great. You know what I mean? Like, it's 8th inning, 9th inning, home runs and stuff like that. That's what brings the tear to my eye.
Right.
But then the stress from this weekend, my bar bills are crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to leave, but you can't. You can't just enjoy your regular weekend because you're glued to the TV. Hey, bartender, let me get another drink. You know what I mean? Because I'm glued. I'm not even peeing. You know what I mean?
Right. You can't go to the bathroom in a situation like that.
No Met game after the 7th inning, bathroom's off limits because something's going to happen.
Yeah, but truth be told, before the All-Star break, you didn't expect to be in this situation.
Me, personally, no.
Right.
A lot of Met fans probably did.
A lot of Met fans didn't.
I'm that guy. I'll admit it. I'm afraid still, you know. Well, we got Game 3 coming up, you know.
Man, one thing I learned about the Mets this season is you can never count those dudes out, bro. You can never count those. That home run yesterday, I was watching the game and I just something told me, it was like, just sit here and watch it. Something's going to happen. And when he hit that home run, my jaw dropped.
Wait, which home run?
To tie the game.
The Harper home run?
No, isn't that how they...
No, they won game 1.
In the bottom of the 9th inning.
Wasn't game 1?
No. How did the game tie yesterday?
Well, we were up 3-0. We had the lead.
Right.
Yeah, because we had Vientos home run and then Alonso homered right after. And then they had Harper home run, and then Castellanos hit the game-winning home run, RBI in the 9th.
No, but there was a 2-run home run in the 9th to tie the game, right?
Not yet. Not last week.
Yeah.
Not yesterday.
How did you tie the
game?
But it was 6-4. No?
Now I'm confused.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that was the game yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
See, again.
It was 6-4, and then you hit a home run to tie the game 6-6. And then Vientos hit 2 home runs yesterday.
That's right.
What world are we in, right? Because now I thought I was bugging. I thought I was fucking watching the wrong Met game. Maybe I'm the Met fan here.
Yeah, you know what?
What's going? I mean, like you said, you were stressed out the past couple of days. I'm gonna let you slide on that. It's one big blur.
It is a big blur. I'm sorry, guys. Because you know what? My fandom does not run that high because the team stresses me out and I drink more. I'm not going to lie about that. I was in my yard just like I watched Game 1. I kept the same clothes on. I kept the same juju. But you know what? That's right. Yeah, I forgot about.
Yeah, man. I was like, hold on, man. Yeah.
100% right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think you guys got fight in you.
Don't pull my card. Don't pull my Met card. Please, fans. Please don't pull my Met card.
Pull his card. Please pull his Met card. Please. Come on. It's up to us to hold us accountable.
Exactly.
You know, It's up to us. If you don't hold me accountable and I don't hold you accountable, how are we ever going to progress? How are we going to progress, brother? But what a game regardless, man. Yeah. What a fucking game.
Yeah, Diaz pissed me off as usual.
I didn't expect him to I mean, dude.
I don't think he's used to pitching in the eighth inning unless there's like 2 outs or something like that. Like they called him into a specific situation that he's not used to, and it seemed like he was aiming his pitches. And
didn't they put him in like the 7th inning? Like they put him in pretty early, right? They put him in early, and I'm surprised that you put in your. But I've been seeing that it's kind of been a theme of the playoffs, putting their closers in early.
I think I remember that from like Terry Francona started doing that.
Right.
You start once their top of their lineup comes up, that's when you put in your closer.
Right.
I'm okay with that. If your closer delivers, if you don't, man.
But you gotta trust them.
Start questioning everything.
You have to trust them in that position. You have to. I mean, if you're gonna have any faith in your closer and expect them to produce, you got to be like, all right, we have faith in you, bud. Show up, do your job. And if he doesn't do his job, unfortunately, like what happened yesterday, he has to literally go think about that the whole night. Hopefully, it kind of motivates him to do better, pitch better. He left that shit hanging though. Come on, son.
Just that bat to Harper was not Diaz. You know what I mean? Like how he
normally pitches.
Yeah, I know he's just Bryce Harper, but you're the man. Face the man and face him face up. You know what I mean? Like go at him.
Right.
Don't pitch around him hoping that he swings at bad pitches and then you get ahead of the count. Show him where you at. Show him what you got. It's annoying, man. Like this is when it hurts. You know what I mean? Like when it's like, oh boy, here we go again.
Oh, I know how that feels, bro. That here we go again feeling. Trust me, I know how that feels, man.
But I'm saying we got game 3 coming up.
And when is that game? Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 5:08. Yeah, we got Shomanai going.
I mean, you weren't really that confident in him in his last start.
He gives up way too many home runs. But whatever. But they got Aaron Nola going. I seen a stat today that kind of made me a little happy.
What's that?
He hasn't pitched in 9 days. And the last time he hasn't pitched in 9 days, I think his ERA is over 4.3. 4.3, something like
on that much rest?
On 9 days rest. I don't think a lot of pitchers get that much rest, but if I see that as a Met fan, I'm happy about that.
Right.
That's a good stat for me.
That's an amazing stat.
Yeah. So let's see if it works out.
I'm just like gambling. I'm thinking of overs. You said Mania gives up home runs. You said this guy. I'm smelling overs like you wouldn't even believe.
But I've been looking at the over-unders. It's kind of been like a low number. It's been like 7. All the games.
Really?
Games, like 7.5. I think a lot of the studs have been pitching.
Right. Yeah, I mean that would make sense.
To the point where the 3, 4, 5. You're not going to see the 5-starter in any playoff game after this.
No way,
yeah.
no way.
So you see the 3, maybe So
that's why Stroman don't have a job with us.
Mrs. Durag.
Yeah, I miss Austin Wells wearing his do-rag. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, please Google Austin Wells do-rag, and it's the best picture you'll ever see in your life. When Marcus Stroman was pitching, Austin Wells was his catcher, and Austin Wells will wear a do-rag as well. And it's literally the best thing. I'm going to put it on the shirt and wear it on this podcast. I promise. Coming soon. But
let's get into your other team, the other New York team, baseball team going on with the playoffs right now.
Oh man, yeah. So I was at the game 1, and talk about a roller coaster ride. To walk in the runs though was kind of like bittersweet. It's kind of like we needed that break. You know what I'm saying? They walked in the 2 runs, the runs that ended up winning the game for us. But the atmosphere, man, Yankee Stadium was buzzing. But there's nothing like playoff baseball. Whether you watch it on TV, it's kind of like, reminds me of hockey. Because, like, hockey's such an amazing sport. It's fast-paced, and I didn't really, like, fall in love with it until I went to an actual hockey game. And for those who've never been to a hockey game, please make it your business to go. It's probably one of the best live sporting events you could actually go to.
Maybe besides a Canadian hockey home game, New York Rangers is number 1.
Absolutely. Hands down. And I know we have a lot of Islander fans that watch this, and we show love to every New York team. We ain't gonna try to be biased on this. Invite
us out to UBS Arena and show us a good time, and then we'll head out there and then prove us wrong.
There we go. Listen to that. You hear that, boys? Any Islander fan out there that wants to, you know what I'm saying, bring us out to a game and show us what the experience is about, we will definitely go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I want to get out there anyway, so I'd rather go with an Islander fan. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But Yeah, the Yankees, I am excited. The atmosphere was electric. Yankee Stadium was rocking. It was a back and forth game, run for run for run. And it lasted 3 hours and change. So it had that old baseball feel, like that pitch clock.
No pitch clock.
Yeah, man, you're in and out of there in 2 hours and 15 minutes. It don't even feel like you're there. And I still predict the sweep. I still think we're gonna, everybody's saying they'll win in 4. I don't think they're winning 4. I think we'll carry the momentum from this win, take it back to Kansas City, and I think we score 8 runs, something big like that against Seth Lugo,
Seth Lugo. See you later, buddy.
Seth Lugo.
I seen the fire in this guy today. What's his name? Carlos Rondon.
Oh, Rodon,
man. Talking crap and everything like that. That was kind of not too familiar with his game like that.
Well, what do you think when you have Garrett Cole in there just rubbing off on everybody? You know what I'm saying? He has that attitude. He has that grit. He's letting everybody in the dugout know, I'm not here to play games. You either bring this kind of energy or guess what? You lollygag, you dally dick up and down the dugout. You know what I'm saying? We're not here for fun. We have fun when we win the World Series. I love that energy. Business all the time. You know, and that's what we need.
Well, that's the Yankees mentality, right? Business all the time.
It has to be. It definitely has to be.
You can't have no fun haircuts.
Nah, no fun. No fun. Except the wave. Except we wave. No, but think about it. We have the clearest path to the World Series. Orioles are gone. That was our biggest threat this season. The Astros, who've knocked us out countless times cheating. By the way, they needed to cheat to knock us out one of those times, but I digress.
If you don't know, that's a garbage can, guys.
Yeah, that's the banging of the garbage cans. And but we have the clearest path. You know, we have a crazy record against Central teams, which is all that's left.
Tigers had a strong showing today. Well, I wish Google could pitch every game for them, because if they did, I think they'd be going to the World Series. That kid has some stuff.
He does. He's fantastic.
Juicy. Yeah.
He's fantastic. But
I had to.
But yeah, whatchamacallit. Yeah, the good news is he doesn't pitch every day for them.
That's true. And they do that whole freaking reliever pitch by committee and stuff.
And
like that.
Look what happened last game. Yeah. Knocked out the first inning. They put up 5 runs on him in the first inning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't really. That can only take you so far.
True.
That can only take you so far. So I just hope the Yankees, we keep that momentum going. Hopefully we get the win today. We keep the momentum going into Kansas City. And then we wrap it up. We get more rest. Because it looks like we're playing good off a rest, you know? I just need our bullpen to...
Well, I think Aaron Judge needs less for us. I think he needs more at-bats. I think he needs to keep it going. So I don't know. He just seems a little trying too hard. Maybe trying to live up to his name and his MVP when he's not just playing baseball right now. I don't know if that's a thing for you, but I'm just saying he feels like he's over swinging. So the more at-bats he gets, the better. So maybe no sweep and just, you know what I mean? Just keep it going. Like, get something going for him.
I feel like it's the same pitch he swings at. It's a breaking pitch. He cannot control himself.
So he's like Serrano from Major League?
It is too much for him. It's too much for him. If you watch these strikeouts, breaking pitch, fastball. It's like they have the recipe for him in the playoffs, and it's only in the playoffs.
That's funny because that sounds just the way that you've been getting out Pete Alonso. Same exact way.
It's ridiculous. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I know what's coming. You know, you should know what's coming. Are you watching film on yourself, bud? Are you watching how these pitchers are pitching to you?
You got the iPad in the thing.
Come on. Come on, man. But listen, man, high expectations. Like I said, World Series bound. We're going to sweep the Royals. We're going to, depending on who wins that Cleveland series, they'll win one game. And then see you guys in the World Series. I don't know if the the way the Dodgers got smoked yesterday. I mean, they must have hit 7 home runs on them.
Was it that many?
It was a lot of home runs. It was a lot of home runs. Uncharacteristic.
All I know is I had a Tatis anytime, and then I had a, what's his name? Mookie Betts. And Profar robbed it, and he faked it the whole time. I'm like...
He slow rolled you on the home run parlay? No.
No, I had a whole bunch of other stuff.
I was about to say that's so fucked up.
Like, for the 2 big home runs that I picked, anytime home run, not anytime home run, but home run, and then for the first inning, for the first one to hit, and then the second one, just fake you out. You're like, oh.
That's fucked up.
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry, it wasn't a home run. It was 2 total bases or whatever. I think it was.
To be honest, I don't think that the 2 total bases count in a home run.
Really?
I think it's 2 separate bases.
I don't really bet that too often, so that's why I was.
I think if you get a base hit and a walk, that's 2 bases.
Oh.
And you know what? Somebody told me that in the bleachers at Yankee Stadium.
Damn.
Because I picked Soto and he hit a double, and I was like, "Let's go, 2 bases!" And he was like,
So I always bet the person that has 0.5, so I only need 1 base. But that's when I was like, you know what? Let me go to 1.5. So I just thought that's 2 bases now.
So don't worry about it.
But he's been slumping too hard. Mookie Betts in the playoffs.
You didn't get robbed, so it was a good. I mean, I think that series is going to be fantastic. They're going back to San Diego. I think San Diego's biggest thing to do was to take a game from the Dodgers in LA. That was their number 1 mission going into the beginning of that series.
The Dodgers fandom, man, I don't get it. Like, I don't think they're real fans, so they're fighting with the Padres. But like, I don't know.
The Dodgers fans, they beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
They beat each other into comas on a constant basis, stabbing each other. What's going on over there?
They're not real fans. Like, I heard, like, when they go to the World Series, they get there in the 3rd inning and they leave by the 7th. You know what I mean? Like, they'd rather beat traffic than be a fan of their team.
Yo, listen, man. If you're a Dodger fan, jump in the comments. Let us know the truth, because this is what
show your homer in them.
Yeah, this is what we're hearing. This is what we're hearing on the East Coast. You know that Dodger fans are cosmetic.
I drank a lot yesterday, so I'm sleeping. By the time that game ended yesterday, I was knocked out.
How many of you guys were sleeping by the time the game ended yesterday?
They had a little delay because of ruckus with the fans and Profar and Tatis.
That was a little out of control.
Tatis was pretending like he was teabagging fans.
Yeah,
man,
what's up with him, son? He was
man.
throwing his junk around the outfield. You saw that, right? He was fucking just wiggling his shit. I'm like, yo, that's a fucking unsportsmanlike conduct, bro.
I feel like the Dodger fans are assholes, and they probably deserve every single ding that they get.
Coming from a Met fan.
Yeah.
And
I'd rather see the Dodgers right now than
the Padres?
Than the Padres.
So unpredictable.
Padres are, since I think the All-Star break, they are 43-20 going into the playoffs.
Really?
Something crazy. Yeah, because the Mets had 26 losses. They only had 20 losses, and they're the hottest. I think they were the hottest team in baseball.
Yo, speaking.
And I don't want to see all these. I don't want to see their pitching. I rather maybe what's his name, Kershaw might come back and I can face Kershaw, old ass Kershaw.
Right.
That. I don't want to see. You know.
Right. No. What's his name? Oh, no. He just got put on the injury list. I don't even think.
Joe Musgrove, Tommy John, man, that's tough.
That is tough, man. That's rough. That's so rough. But let's talk about this Shohei Ohtani dick riding, bro. Like, it's really heavy right now, bro.
Yeah, like I don't know what channel it was on yesterday. I think it might have been ESPN. Was it ESPN?
I was watching so many sports yesterday on the quad box. I got my own quad box in the house. Had the Giants up top, had the Mets on the left, I had the Knicks in the middle, and I had the 49ers and because I need a Marvin Harrison touchdown so bad for $700 that I never got.
Still waiting for it.
Still waiting for it right now. I'm hitting up FanDuel. I put that bet in by accident.
Yeah, so I think it was ESPN. I want to say it was ESPN. Sounds like an ESPN thing to do. They had Shohei Ohtani's up in 6 at-bats with his little face in the right corner above the scoreboard. Like, come on, man.
Now, never in the history of baseball have I ever seen anything like that. You literally have a countdown for a batter to be up at bat.
I actually maybe I did back in the day, like maybe, if I remember correctly, like 2004, when Barry Bonds was going crazy.
Yeah, you're talking about a home run watch.
Yeah.
Something that, 3,000th hit.
Yeah.
You know, 60. But when Aaron Judge was smacking home runs about to break the record, his little face wasn't on the side of the TV. There wasn't he's up at bat in 9 or 8 batters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's going on here? Is it a whole nother thing where it's like a Leo Messi? Because, when Leo Messi came to MLS, it was everything's about Messi, no matter what, the Messi watch. Because there was a Messi watch, to his first game and the countdown. I just don't understand. Like, yes, he's a great player when he's pitching. But he was a DH. How can you give him an MVP as a DH when he didn't put up the numbers Judge put up?
Well, Judge was in the NL. He would have ran away with the Triple Crown.
Come on now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to take away from his accomplishment. 50-50 is nuts.
Yeah.
It is nuts.
Almost 60-60.
Almost, which is insane. But that's Judge led in every other statistic, you know?
Can I give a little hot take?
Hot take.
Shohei Ohtani's boy got called for gambling. ESPN bet. Maybe there's a little connection there.
If you think that Ohtani wasn't throwing parlays down,
I don't know.
You think he wasn't gambling? You think, yo, son, you're my boy. If I gave you, I don't care how much money I got. You're not
maybe
$3 million to a bookie. And remember, it came out that he knew about it, and it was a loan.
Well, he was saying he was betting soccer too, right?
And it was a loan. And then all of a sudden, he was like, "Oh no, it wasn't a loan. He was stealing from me." Threw him under the bus.
Yeah. I think there's a little connection there.
Of course. Yo, listen, you go do the time. Yo, listen, feds are on you. You're going to get locked up. You do 2 years, you come home. There's already a bank account somewhere and where
Cayman Islands,
that's
right?
it. It has your name on it. I made $500 million. I'm going to give you 5. Oh, take this bid for me. Don't get me kicked out of baseball, please. I just made so much. And this is right when he signed his deal?
Yeah.
Gambling ass.
I feel like I think he would have had a down year because he would have felt horrible if he actually was gambling. You know what I mean? Like, you ever feel a certain way when you feel down, like, oh man, I just put my boy in jail.
Yeah.
Doing a bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm gonna hit 50 home runs.
Yeah, your first month of the season. After by June, he forgot about his boy. He calls him on the phone. He sees the phone. He's like, I'll wait for his next phone call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. But I just don't like the fact that like it's a lot of favoritism.
Oh, we just seen it back in the Knicks game. The Yankee game. They had Beats by Dre. That's not by Dre anymore. I'm sorry.
Apple owns Beats by Dre.
Beats by Dre, and there was Shohei Ohtani head there with his Beats on. Like, come on, man! Like, you couldn't get somebody else. You couldn't get Judge to do it.
Unbelievable. And then
you see the first commercial, the New Balance commercial. Like, hey, and it's Ohtani with his bat flipping and stuff like that. Like Ohtani 24/7.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Ohtani favoritism or favoritism in general. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm a Lindor guy, but I still think Ohtani's gonna win the MVP. I think rightfully so too, because it's just exciting. And Lindor was, I can't give it to a Lindor.
Lindor's He's
on a tear. He was hurt, but Ohtani did it all season. It was just. It makes the sport better.
Right.
And I feel like that helps the sport. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Hold on, let me say something. Like, MLB gets in their own way. The Saturday games. Saturday, Mets, they had the crazy ninth inning. Yankee game started already. Boom. So if you're a Yankee fan, you're not going to see the end of the Met game because the Yankee game is starting. So you're missing exciting Mets. Yankees started. They did something early in the beginning of the game right now?
If I'm not mistaken, it was around the third inning. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I was drinking heavily.
I think the Mets might have been playing the third inning the way that game was going.
Right.
And then after that, you got the freaking Padres and Machado hits a home run, and then after that, Ohtani. But if you're a Yankee fan, Yankees watching that, you're seeing. Sorry, hold on. Yankees are freaking playing still, and then you're missing the Dodgers and Padres go off.
So the overlapping.
The overlapping is just horrible to grow the sport of baseball. You're trying to make it go faster, but you got to get the fans involved more.
Right, especially if you're trying to, if you're going to have all the games on the same day.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, grow the game. Like, the game's dying. Everybody knows it, and you're trying to rearrange the wheel, and I just feel like fans are missing out on good stuff.
Right.
You're watching the end of the Yankee game, and you're missing out on Machado, and then Ohtani coming in next to bat. Awesome bat flip, bat toss. We're missing that.
You shouldn't be shorting people on playoff baseball.
Yes.
You should not be shorting people on playoff baseball. Yeah, I agree 100%. I wasn't happy with it at all, but I knew I was going to the game, so I was like, all right, I'm going to be here. Yeah, right. So it wasn't that big of a deal for me for sure. But yeah, MLB, man, a little less dick riding on Ohtani, please, bro. Seriously. Come on, it's the sport of baseball. There's a lot of baseball players out there doing their thing. Bobby Witt Jr. You're talking. Well, put Mookie Betts' face up there. He's a good baseball player. Why does Ohtani only deserve it? It's nonsense. Forget about it. Stop it. For real. Favoritism needs to just stop.
And the first 2 games of next season are in Japan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's never gonna stop. You know what I mean? They're trying to get it over there. They already got their own.
Yeah. Seriously.
Let's keep ours.
Yeah. So
we got fans that keep the book. You know what I mean? But they also want to watch other sports. They want to keep books. Maybe they want to have multiple teams. They want to keep the book for Mets and the Yankees.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Can't. Maybe it's their thing just to keep books.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Old school mentality. I love it.
Absolutely, my bro. So let's did you happen to catch the Knicks at all yesterday?
No, the Mets were on.
Right.
I had a little screen on my phone, just checking it out.
I ended up, like I said, I had the quad box on at the crib. And man, as I was saying last time, the spacing, the way we able to just move the ball, create room. Jalen Brunson moving on the inside. He obviously gets double teamed, finds Cat on the outside, ball movement. Again, I'm a grateful Knicks fan compared to where we were a few years ago to where we are now, just to see actually team basketball being played, not ISO basketball being played. You know, to have a legit point guard.
Yeah.
And it's different for us now, but like the team that we have now, I don't think we've ever had a team like this. Ever. Even when complete. I think even I might get some slack for this, even in the 90s.
Okay.
With the Oakley and the Mason and the John Starks and the Patrick Ewing. I don't even think that that team was even as complete as this team is. The bench does give me some worries, but you see the way they played. I don't know if you watched the highlights, and if you didn't, Deuce McBride doing what Deuce McBride does. He gives you a turnover here and there, but he hits a couple big threes.
Josh Hart too. He's great for turnovers.
Yeah.
He also give you that big block.
Of course, he'll give you the big block, and he'll get you the rebounds that are necessary. And then you see, man, having Cat on the floor, somebody that could hit the three, then he could get the rebound, drive to the basket. Then he got post-up game. Hartenstein gave us a similar ball, but he can't shoot a three-pointer, and he can't drive to the basket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was either he's getting his own rebound, putting it back up, or he might give you a perimeter shot once in a blue moon that we celebrated like he did hit a three-pointer. You know what I'm saying? But not for nothing, I really like what I saw for them in their first preseason game.
How many minutes did they play? Did they play like a quarter?
They played the whole first quarter.
First quarter?
They played the whole first quarter. I saw that. They played the whole first quarter. And then, you bring the subs in back and forth. They did play minutes. They played minutes.
I seen a little stat. You think you talked about him. What's his name? Tyler what? Tyler Kolek? What's his name?
I don't want to, let's call him TK.
Okay.
My boy TK. My boy TK, 11 points off the bench, big threes. He plays with so much heart is what I love. He leaves it all on the floor is what you need. So if just as long as the bench keeps producing, I can't complain.
Well, here comes my pessimism, right?
Pessimism.
Tibbs doesn't like the bench. You think he's gonna change his ways and get growing on the bench and maybe get down to him? He'd probably be like the eighth. The eighth guy.
No, he's definitely one of the first coming off the bench for sure. Because of his defensive play.
Really?
He's a defensive dog. So yeah, he'll be coming off the bench for sure. And plus, we're not that deep on the bench. We don't have a lot of people to come off the bench and play that part.
We don't use the bench. Tibbs doesn't use the bench.
He's gonna have to because you can't work that five. You can't work that. You can't run him into the ground.
He does it every year, and it's proven.
No, not this year.
You think it's gonna change?
I don't think it's gonna change, but I'm just gonna say not this year.
So, yeah, like Josh Hart would be the sixth man.
Right now he's starting. There's nobody to put in that starting position.
I forgot.
Until Mitch comes back, if we don't trade him beforehand.
Yeah. Oh, why? Do you know something I don't?
Not that I mean, there's a lot of talk about getting Marcus Smart. And who are you going to give up for Marcus Smart? Josh Hart? Mitchell Robinson? You could only make Jalen Brunson so unhappy.
Yeah.
You got rid of DiVincenzo. You cannot get rid of Josh Hart. So it's going to be Mitchell Robinson.
That Villanova Knicks sounded really short. The whole love affair would be really short.
I really wish we would have saw some of that. I was really excited to see them try to run it back with that. The Villanova Knicks. It would have been dope. I think we would have actually went far. The story would have been cool.
Yeah, but for the story. But the story's cool. But you know what I love more? Winning.
Winning basketball, baby.
I don't give a shit. Feel good story.
Feel good or not.
I don't. Show me wins. Rest up. Get into the playoffs. Go further. You know what I mean? I don't want to like cry when I'm watching the game because all four of these guys are on the court at the same time. That doesn't excite me.
Yeah,
man.
I agree.
It sounds good on paper.
I mean, listen, if they would have started losing, that excitement would have went right out the window in the first 2 weeks of the NBA season.
Yeah.
It would. You know how New York fans get. We don't give a fuck. We tell you exactly how it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you're playing like shit, we're going to explain why you're playing like shit. Some of us might be a little crazy.
You might get the Daniel Jones treatment and wait for you outside the garden for 2 hours to curse you out and tell you fucking suck.
Oh, speaking of fucking sucks, man.
Hold on, wait. What about Josh Hart nickname for Cat? Are you feeling it?
The Big Bodega?
The Big Bodega.
What are you going to call him? The Big Hookah?
I kind of, it's growing on me.
It's good. I think the Knicks fans eventually will come up with a better one for him than the Big Bodega.
Yeah.
But it's good for now. It's I don't understand like the reference of the bodega. I love a bodega, bacon, egg, and cheeses.
The chopped cheese.
But you got to give them something better than the bodega.
Well, no, I kind of get it because he gives you everything. He gets you kitty litter. He'll get you, he gets you a chopped cheese. He'll get you a little bit of everything. He'll get you the rebounds. He'll give you threes.
I see that now.
I look at it.
See that now. Okay. Yeah, it makes more sense to me now. All right. That does make sense. No, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't think about it like that. I'm like fucking bodega.
I don't know if Josh Hart thought of it that way. He was just Dominican.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. How do you feel about, man, DiVincenzo and Julius Randle looking sad as hell at that Minnesota press conference, bro?
I did not see it.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, man. It's been a Mets weekend.
I
seen DiVincenzo hitting some threes, though. He was looking crisp coming off of screens. He was hitting some crisp ones, I was like, oh, man, I'm going to miss that for sure.
He's doing what DiVincenzo
but I didn't
does.
see no press conferences.
Oh, man, they look sad, bro. I felt so bad. I said, look at these two sad guys, bro. Just sitting there, just like pouty face.
They're like, damn, 2 months. It's going to be winter here. I'm going to get snowing in. Gotta start going ice fishing.
Mr. Plow.
Little Homer reference.
Yeah.
Theme of the episode.
Exactly. Yeah, man. So I kind of felt bad seeing DiVincenzo and Julius Randle sitting on those stools looking just like surprised and lost. Like, how the fuck did we end up here? How did we end up in Minnesota 2 months away from winter with all types of snow? And what's the Arctic? What is it? The Arctic freeze? What's it called? The bomb cyclones and shit now? It's not even like a blizzard no more. Now you got bomb cyclones and Arctic freeze and all types of shit. It's not even just like, it's gonna snow no more. You know what I mean? They're like, you got the bomb cyclone coming and you're gonna Arctic freeze your balls off in the midst of all that, It's cool to see his wife, though, try to hold him down and be like, yo, listen, we were ready to leave New York and all this
stuff. We have 2 kids, now we can actually get a house instead of a condo.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get 3 houses in Minnesota, bro. Trust me. You're going to be all right. I don't see them staying there for long. Maybe a season before they get rid of him.
Well, he has another year left, right, I believe?
I think DiVincenzo was on his last year of his contract. Yeah. I think we only signed him for 2 years. So maybe we get him back next year.
I feel like he's a guy that's always going to be on the move.
I would love to see him back on the Knicks. I would love to. Maybe we talk a little football.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying?
You must be happy.
I am happy as fuck. What a win by the Giants yesterday. Oh man, I'm not gonna even hit you with the Giants soundbite right now because it does not apply. It does not apply to the way we played yesterday. Can I just say, Daniel Jones, right? He gets a lot of slack. He did rob us. He gave him entirely too much money. But man, 257 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did fumble. But you got to expect that from Daniel Jones. He fumbles the football.
Well, that's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL now. Like, there's gonna be a fumble loss, interception. It's just the way the game is going now.
Absolutely. It's part of the game. Yeah. They're getting more risky with their play. But, man, Tyrone Tracy Jr., 129 yards rushing. I think we might have to find a running back, man. No disrespect to Devin Singletary, but...
You can do the two-headed running back.
Ahmed Bradshaw... Brandon Jacobs.
What was it? What were they called? Thunder Lightning?
Oh, I remember all three of them were like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, man. Yeah. Great nickname. And then Darius Slayton, man. 122 yards and a touchdown. Like, if you could utilize that, do you think, real quick, as a Giant fan, asking a casual football fan, do you think Malik Neighbors, his presence takes away from the rest of the offense? Because now he was out this game, and look how the rest of the offense produced. Do you think having Malik Neighbors there, you kind of want to have him as the focal point of the offense and not distribute the ball to everybody else?
No. I think that these other guys have a lot more drops that he thinks about. I think they drop the ball more than they ever should have in a NFL career.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What was it? I'm sorry. What was the other
thing? Wan'Dale Robinson.
Wan'Dale Robinson, right? Like, he trusts you, and he dropped the ball a lot. Slayton, I know he has a couple of drops. You know what I mean? So you remember what they did to you, and then, like, you're going to talk to the new guy that hasn't dropped on you yet.
Right.
And they dropped the ball because he had a concussion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I'm going to go with the trusty hands first, and then I'm going to work my way. So he didn't play, so he has to trust the other guys.
Now, do you think that him coming back, do you think he's still going to try to distribute the ball differently now that he sees that Darius Slayton could go for 122 yards on a deep pass or some kind of slant, takes off? That's where his speed is. His speed is catch him on a slant, watch him take off, or hit him on a deep ball and just watch him go.
Well, if the offensive coordinator designs it that way, sure.
Brian Dable's calling the calls now.
Does he?
Yeah.
No.
Good stuff,
I think it's going to be like 15-yard outs, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not, the playbook's not changing just that these guys did good this week. It's going to be the same.
I mean, the playbook goes accordingly, don't you think, by every team you play? We're playing the Bengals this week, and we all seen what they did with the Ravens.
They have the worst secondary in football, man. Shit.
But they can score points like a motherfucker.
Yeah. You got to stop them once. If you stop them once and then you keep scoring on their secondary, I think you'd be fine.
Yeah, I think we have a good chance of winning this game as well.
What are they, 1-4? 1-4?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, to lose the way they lost to the Ravens is heartbreaking, though.
They were up 10.
That Lamar play.
I was playing Burrow in fantasy, though. Oh, man.
I had Burrow and Lamar, both teams.
Oh.
But that Lamar play, like literally, it was like a Madden play. Stiff arm, drops one defender. Mm-hmm. He's outside the pocket, just running around. Stiff arms the other defender, finds what was Isaiah Likely, if I'm not mistaken, in the end zone for a touchdown.
Aguilar? Aguilar got his head ripped off the one play, but he still came back out.
Or the bootlegger, Mark, what's his name? Mark Andrews.
It wasn't even Likely. It was their third tight end.
2 touchdowns for that kid, huh? Yo, Mark Andrews is an afterthought in Baltimore, which is crazy. That's nuts, right?
Hey,
that's
fantasy.
That's
fantasy, yeah.
Absolutely,
what you think you know, you don't know jack.
True story. True fucking story. So we're gonna, let's go from one team that's across the river to the other New York team that's across the pond. Right?
A little play on words right there.
A little play on words, a little something. A little something for the Jets right there, who are in disarray right now. Poor Aaron Rodgers, bro. Last week, a knee injury. This week, he got a bum ankle. He's in his 40s. The O-line's just watching him get smacked up and down the field. Your play caller is not running an offense catering to you as a quarterback. Like, you know how frustrated that man must be?
I think it's not even Nathaniel Hackett. It's just that offensive line. It closes in on Aaron Rodgers so bad.
It's so crazy. He needs like a second and a half to throw the football unless it just... Yeah. Like Breece Hall...
It's old Aaron Rodgers. So sorry to cut you off, but it's the old Aaron Rodgers where he's not that scrambly no more. Like, he's kind of trying to keep that pocket presence. Like, he can move out and still toss the ball, but that pocket's collapsing around him.
Right. And where are you going to go?
Yeah, he's in the front. and he's tossing the ball all sideways and shit.
Think about the last time that Nathaniel Hackett actually coached Aaron Rodgers. It was a couple years ago. He was probably more mobile than he is now. He's probably thinking he's dealing with the same style of quarterback.
41-year-old now, man.
Yeah, that's
41.
so. To be playing quarterback in the NFL, not everybody's Tom Brady. You know,
But Tom Brady, they always gave him a solid offensive line. He got hurt 1 year and he missed like a few games. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
He always gave him a solid offensive line.
right.
That's what you got to do. He took less money in New England to keep his offensive line so he can stay healthier.
Well, he knew what was exactly. He knew what was going to keep him safe. You know.
Yeah, that's how you should do it. But now it's all a business, and everybody wants to make that bread. You know.
Yeah, but I think, like I was saying last week, man, Robert Saleh is out the door. It's only a matter of time before Aaron Rodgers flexes his muscle and he's like, he cannot be my coach anymore. Or unless he starts calling plays on his own in the huddle. I think he might resort to that.
I think he is already, man. But I'm saying the offensive line doesn't give him no time to do anything. Like, what's his name? I'm sorry. The running back.
Brees Hall. Afterthought in that offense, which is
He runs
crazy.
the ball and there's no gaps. There's nothing opening up for him.
It's insane.
It's ugly.
It's a waste of talent.
Ugly.
It's nuts out there. Yeah, I think they're kind of downplaying how bad the Jets, how bad of a position that the Jets are in.
Like everybody's talking about, Devontae Adams will make the Jets better. No, it will not. You need like a Cooper Kupp, take Julian Edelman out of retirement. You need the 5-yard slant guy just so he can get to release the ball faster. Because if you ain't having that little pass right there, I don't see Aaron Rodgers having any time to throw the ball. I'm sorry, Wilson, he's not the cleanest route runner I've ever seen. They're kind of sloppy. They're not crisp. And you can see it on their faces, Aaron Rodgers and Wilson. They're like...
He's super frustrated. You seen him? He was literally on the sidelines just like defeated.
Well, he looks like that all the time after a loss. He is one of those guys. He has that face. Like it's kind of punchable.
Right. Oh, listen.
But you're happy about it. You know what I mean? Like
I know.
You're so punchable, and then you're defeating like a...
It's the Eli Manning face.
Nah, his was like...
His was the worst. I love... Eli Manning is a saint. I love that man. He's a saint in my house. I think that's the only person besides Mariano Rivera that if I ever met, I would cry meeting them. But his face when we lost games... Ooh, Jesus, Murphy.
Yeah, look, he had to wear a helmet to bed and stuff like that, right?
It was so rough, man.
Oh, shit.
It's so rough. But I honestly think, man, the Jets really, they lose. Who they got this week? The Bills?
They do.
They play the Bills this week.
I think it might be a Monday Night Football game, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty...
Sunday night's Giants Bengals.
So it might be Monday night. Maybe.
If they don't win this game, wave the white flag, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
They won't make the playoffs.
They lost all the losses they have so far are to NFC teams. So like they're not kicking themselves in the ass for like a bye or something like that. Like you beat the Bills, you're in first place in the AFC East.
Yeah,
so it's not the worst thing in the world, you know what I mean? Like losing to NFC teams.
But you look fucking terrible, and look at your teams. Like you got Miami and the Patriots. Two shitty ass teams. If any one of those teams was somewhat good, you'd be in a terrible position right now.
Yeah, but you're not. So take advantage of it and win the games
you're supposed to.
Win your division. That's the easiest thing to do. If you beat your division, that's what 2, 4, 6. That's 6 wins. That's all you got to do.
I just don't think the confidence is there, and it's only a matter of time before Robert Saleh loses the locker room, and that's it.
It's already lost.
And that's it. It's over with. Well, Sunday they have another chance, man, to prove everybody wrong.
Maybe Monday. I thought Monday. I don't know.
Either Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the Jets bandwagon.
That should be a Monday Night Football game. That's a good matchup.
No, I agree. So, yeah, man. What we got here? You want to talk a little? We could talk about Jaden Daniels being fantastic at what he does and how that affects the NFC.
It's great for me. Eagles didn't play this week. It's a bye. So we get to see what the other teams in the division are doing.
That's true. We should have beat them.
A week 5 bye hurts. I feel going stronger into the playoffs. It's gonna be tough because you don't get that rest later on in the season. You get the first bye of the season. It's kind of tough. And then you get to see the competition.
You should get AJ Brown back this week, right?
Should. Yeah, Devontae Smith, Lane Johnson. They're all concussions.
Except for the hamstring.
Yeah, AJ Brown hamstring. Yeah.
Who you guys got this week?
The Browns.
I mean, that's a must-win game. Last thing you want is all the shit coming down on Deshaun Watson. He's been going through and he just explodes for 400 yards.
Yeah, they say they were talking. I seen memes on the internet like showing Deshaun Watson this year, like now, versus what he's gonna get to the Eagles secondary is gonna be like him and the Texans. You know
Yeah.
Like,
Vintage
vintage
Deshaun Watson. Nah, I hear you, man. I definitely do,
But
bro.
that kid Janie Daniels, man, like it's an eye opener for the East. Like they're stepping up their game, and
Washington
that's
looks
a
really
rookie
good.
Quarterback, yeah. Like Dallas regressed horribly too. They won yesterday.
Barely.
Yep. But he's on notice.
Right? Safe to say that Washington's going to win the division.
Yeah.
Safe to say. Hate to say, but safe to say.
But it's better for an Eagle fan like myself. Just because I like feeling, you know what I mean? Like, I want my GM to do more instead of just drafting old Georgia Bulldogs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right now, that's coming. Like, it sounds good on paper when you first draft them. Now, 2 years in, they're drafting like 6 Georgia Bulldogs, and maybe none of them suck. Jalen Carter might be the best one out of them.
Right.
Dean's playing out of position.
I saw a meme on Twitter. It was a dude at the Commanders game holding up the T-shirt. It said, "Fuck the Cowboys and them hoe-ass Eagles." I was like, that's an amazing fucking T-shirt.
It's not clever, but it makes sense.
It was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
To me, I was like, that's good. Just as long as the Giants ain't on that shirt, I don't give a fuck. But it was mad funny.
They don't respect you.
Let me
They
ask you.
don't respect you yet.
Let me ask. I mean, they'll respect us.
But
They
you
gonna
beat
put
them.
some respect on us. We should have beat them. We didn't have a fucking kicker. Don't get me started on that game. It happened a couple weeks ago. I could get riled up really quick. But yeah. So let's move along, right? I want to just talk about NYCFC real quick and our road to the playoffs. And I noticed, and it was brought to my attention, that a lot of people might not know what NYCFC is, or that New York City even has a soccer team. So let me just break it down to you really quick. New York City Football Club, established in 2015, partnership with Manchester City and the New York Yankees. They brought a soccer team to New York City to actually play in New York City and not in New Jersey, like them hoe-ass Red Bulls, right? We play in Yankee Stadium, and we are building a state-of-the-art stadium right next to Citi Field in Queens. So it's a homegrown, actual soccer team for New York City. We are champions. We won the MLS Cup in 2021. Now, more people might know about the MLS because Leo Messi plays here. A few weeks ago, Leo Messi played at Yankee Stadium. We threw stuff at his bus. We're real New Yorkers here. It wasn't all friendly. It was like, welcome to the Bronx. You got to deal with us now. We ended up drawing that game, and ever since then, we've been on a tear.
Kicking ass, taking names.
Kicking
right?
ass, baby.
What was the last score? I think it was like 5-1 or something.
Last score was 3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
Okay.
So technically we scored 12 goals in the last 4 games, which has been a problem for us all season. And what a time to pick up steam, right? We are shooting for the 4th place position, which means a lot. I hope that we don't have to play Inter Miami. There's a big chance that we might have to play Inter Miami in the first round. Either way, bring it on. We ain't scared of them. You know what I'm saying? We actually held them down.
Very
But
well, too. Yeah, I was at the game.
Yeah.
Jesse took me.
Yeah.
Atmosphere was amazing.
It was literally one of the best NYCFC atmospheres that we had in a long time. And that's from our fans, because there was a ton of Inter Miami fans there.
No, correct them. They weren't Inter Miami.
They were plastic ass, fake ass, Leo Messi. Oh, what the hell is the MLS? Let me get a Leo Messi jersey and just jump on the bandwagon, dick riding. Messi fans. And that's coming from a Messi fan that actually traveled to Barcelona to watch him play when he played for Barcelona. But once you come to the MLS, you are up. It's NYCFC or nothing. Like, that's how we do it over here. That's how that's how real fans go about their business on the daily. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say this. New York City does have a football team, AKA a soccer team. And they do play in the Bronx. If you want to get involved now, start following up, start watching highlights. I know if you ride public transportation, there's flyers everywhere, there's posters everywhere. And Yeah, I've been a fan, one of the first 3,000 people ever to buy season tickets for the club. I really care about this team. I've traveled with them to, not with the actual team, but I followed them to win the MLS Cup. I went to all 3 stops on the road and then finally in Portland to watch them win the Cup. So they do mean a lot to me. And I figured I'd explain that to y'all so when y'all don't hear me talk about NYCFC, you're like, what the fuck is that? I have no idea what that means. Here's an update. We're still kicking fucking ass. We just won 3-1. Last game is in 2 weeks. October 19th in Montreal. I will be in Montreal for that. So the podcast might be a little different because we might have to record in 2 different places. However, we're still going to try to be on track and have that for you guys.
Jump on the bandwagon, man. I'm telling you. I jumped on the bandwagon because of him, and I'm big on it now. It's an experience that people are missing out on because they don't know what American soccer is like right now.
Yeah.
It's changing. It's evolving. It's growing, and it's a beautiful thing right now. Check it out.
Yeah, and we get a lot of slack because we're not European soccer fans, and you motherfuckers had club for 150 years. Your league started in 1904. We're just starting over here. Give us some time to catch up. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. men's team, we're getting there. Just give us a break, man.
New coach, right?
Yeah, new coach, man. Come on, son. He just put out his first squad. He left Sean Johnson off.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. Listen, man.
NYCFC guy.
Yeah. Well, he's a Toronto FC guy now.
Yeah, but I remember him.
He's a legend at the club.
Yes.
He's If it wasn't for Sean Johnson, he's the one that saved 2 penalties in the penalty shootout for us to win the MLS Cup. He's forever a club legend. But like I said, if you leave NYCFC, you're an op to me. Okay? I love him. I'll show him respect. He always got that love, but you go to, and you know what he said? He goes, I love NYCFC, but when Drake is in your meeting to join Toronto, it's kind of hard to say no. What kind of mark ass shit is that? You over there, you blushing? Did you blush, Sean Johnson?
He sounded like he was blushing when this way.
Did he blush? I think he blushed. Yeah. I think he was sitting there like he. I think he might have. Nah, I'm only kidding, man. Sean Johnson, man, you have all the respect in the world for me. But yeah. Thanks for listening, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Then the only thing we got left is NHL opening week.
Oh yeah. Good day. Good week coming up.
Good week coming up.
Rangers start on Wednesday. The Devils already 2-0. I think they beat Buffalo twice in O2 Arena.
Where were they playing?
O2 Arena, maybe? Maybe?
The O2 Arena is everywhere. I went to the O2 Arena in London, but I found out there's 3 of them more.
I didn't know the Devils started early, but I seen they played over the weekend, and they wiped Buffalo twice.
Nice. All right. So,
yeah. Start Wednesday.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So, tomorrow, you ready?
Oh, yeah. So, tomorrow, we're going to do a little something differently. It's an opening. It's called the Knicks Tip-Off Opening Celebration or whatever the case may be. There's supposed to be a couple of Knicks legends there. There's supposed to be a celebrity game and things of that nature. So me and Bill are going to go there. We're going to try to get some content while we're there that we're going to put on the Instagram. The Instagram's at BP Small Talk. But yeah, man, follow the Instagram. Please please.
If you have a question you want us to ask some other random-ass fans that, you know what I'm saying? What's your take on the season? What's your expectations? Let us know. We'll ask somebody else too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just us 2 assholes.
Exactly. Let us know, man. Give us some feedback. Comment on if you feel like we got something wrong. If you feel like our takes are indifferent to yours, please let us know. Like last week, I made a stat about Stanek that was wrong. It was just one of those things that I seen that was completely wrong, and no one called me out on it. Call me out on my bullshit. Hold them accountable, bro.
Exactly.
Hold me accountable, bro. We're asking for it. Yeah. Please interact.
It makes me feel better.
Yeah.
That somebody's calling me out on my bullshit.
Facts.
It sounded good when it came out. When I said it out of my mouth. But then when I actually backtracked and I looked again, I'm like, oh no, it was just one game, not his whole postseason career.
Bro, the worst feeling about all this shit is when I listen to it and I have to fact check myself. You know how many times I Googled saying if this is a word or all shit like that? Yeah. But you know what?
Listen, Webster's dictionary next to your computer.
Yeah, we're not fucking journalists, all right? Nobody here got journalist degrees. Nobody here works for ESPN. We are 2 dudes that just love sports, and we're just sharing our opinion with y'all. So if you like our opinions and you like chilling with us for 45 minutes out of the day, subscribe,
I don't know where it is.
comment,
is it here or up there?
share. You show me where it's at. I'll put it there. Like,
subscribe. Yeah, whatever, man.
comment, and fucking share down there. All right?
Enjoy your.
It's been good.
Enjoy your Monday night football. Enjoy your Yankees right now, and if not, if you're a Yankee fan.
Listen, man, it's only the 5th inning. We're coming back. Once I leave here, I'm going to the bar. You know what happens when I show up at the bar?
Showtime.
Showtime. They know that a real fan just walked into the bar.
No show time.
Yeah, they're gonna put my face in the corner of the fucking TV instead of real one just showed up.
All right.
Cheers
Cheers to the episode, bro. Great day.
Peace out, guys.